Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's a little bit afternoon uh, on a Tuesday morning afternoon. Anyways, I just got done a light workout on the back deck. I basically did like 2 sets, but I didn't do as many reps. I didn't push myself as hard. And anyways, I got a couple things I want to share. I read an article yesterday about bottlenose dolphins. Dolphins actually have a bigger brain than humans do. And anyways, they according to the article, they have four lobes. We have three. And what was interesting was I always wondered why how the dolphins could sleep because they have to breathe air. If they fell asleep, they drown, right? So, but the article said that they sleep one hemisphere at a time. So, in other words, while their left two hemispheres sleep, the right two are awake, and that right eye is open. And so, if anything happens, the dolphin's aware of its surroundings, and it can breathe and everything. So basically, I guess a dolphin has rest periods. So probably rest one hemisphere for so long, and then they do the other side, and then the other eye is open and is aware. So basically, you could say that the dolphins never go fully into a deep sleep. It's like a half sleep. So I just wanted to share that. I thought that was very interesting. And they have echolocation and a lot of things that we don't because, think about it. They exist in a water environment, but they're very intelligent. Uh, I think they're second in line, okay, as far as intelligence. Humans, and then dolphins, and chimps. Okay, so they're right up there with the chimpanzees, and apparently they have their own language. They whistle, and the article said that each dolphin has a unique whistle, and the article said that that's probably their name. And so, anyways, they've discovered a lot of things by having the dolphins in captivity. But anyways, I'm kind of oiled up. This is actually a tank top shirt, but I don't have the shoulder straps up. I got it all down here, and I'm real careful. I'm not gonna expose myself here, but I just wanted to show you that like working all my muscles, arm muscles, every day, doing a little something. See, I'm I still have extra weight, fat, but I've lost a lot of weight through my shoulders, up here, my armpits, and so when I wear a bathing suit top, it's like everything is kind of pushed like this, and it kind of gives me some cleavage. So I do have some cleavage, and I've been on estrogen for 20 months now. And so in 4 months, this is June, in October will be 2 years that I've been on estrogen replacement therapy. And actually, I've been on the increased doses of spironolactone. That's the androgen blocker for 26 months. So I started that. The doctor gave me that 6 months. I had to switch doctors to get the estrogen because the doctor I had initially he was afraid I'd get thrombosis, blood clots, said I was high risk, and he didn't want to prescribe it. So when I told him about my supplements I was taking to prevent that, he laughed. But he's not a natural medicine doctor, so anyways, there's two schools of thought here, okay? And so I basically got on the natural bioidentical estrogen therapy where you just rub gel into your arm, one arm, every 12 hours. So I was doing uh, my left arm and my right arm 12 hours apart. And I did that for until like 4 months ago. So basically, I was on that gel for 16 months. So anyway, whatever it's worth. Then I switched to the pills, and then I ordered some injectable, and it got shipped from India. So, so basically, I'm on that. And, I have a condition called hypogonadism. Basically, it boils down to like I was born a eunuch, and I didn't know that I had the inability to basically father children. So, special procedures were taken for me to be able to impregnate my wife. And I'm not going to get into that because if my kids ever watch this video, I don't want them to feel like they're different from anybody else. Anyways, so, there are a lot of transgender male to females that were married to women and were able to father children, but the psychology in your head is different from your physical ability. Okay, so I think that's the big disconnect between what people think. I think it has a lot to do with people's hormones, and there's a lot of toxins in our environment. There's all kinds of estrogen generating chemicals, and things in the environment, and women eat that stuff when they're pregnant, and that's what the baby gets nourished by through the placenta. So, I mean, come on, people. I don't know if the rate of transgender people is higher today than it was 500 years ago. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea. Who would know that? Nobody knows. They never tested anybody. They never even tested my blood for it until I was like 61 years old. I had to go through like 6 months of therapy before they even gave me some blood tests. And then they go, oh, gee. And then they discovered that there was some medical reasons why I was different from all the other men, okay? So, come on, people. And you got these Bible thumpers that just run around and they bash people over the head and condemn everybody to hell because they don't go to your church. And, hey, I understand what the Bible says, okay? And, I happen to be a Bible believer myself. But I don't think we know everything, okay? And, I believe the Son of God was Jesus, and he came down and he treated everybody with love, grace, and forgiveness. And if you're not going to act like Jesus, don't call yourself a Christian, okay? Because you're just embarrassing him up there. You know what I mean? I really do believe that. Some of you people go around, you hold the Bible up and you're walking through stores like Target and, making a big frickin' deal about people going into a restroom to take a piss or a shit. I mean, how stupid is that? Okay, people? If that's all you got, shut up, okay? To put it bluntly, because you're embarrassing God, You're not speaking for God. He never went around whacking people with a stick. He didn't go around condemning people. The Pharisees pulled some stunts and tried to trick him a few times, but he wasn't tricked, was he? No. Nope, nope, nope. So, so think about it. I'm not specifically talking to unbelievers here. I'm talking about all you believers out there, okay? I'm talking to you. Because you understand what I have to say here. I can go toe to toe with any of you people. I studied the New Testament for many years. I looked up every Greek word and I parsed the verses and I know what it says. I didn't go to seminary or any of those other places, okay? But I did go to a Bible Institute for a year, and that I learned how to study on my own there. Okay, so I don't go around and flaunt my religion. I don't think God gave everybody a free will. And I'm not a Calvinist. I believe everybody has free will to choose and be persuaded one way or the other. And it's not you or me or anybody else's job to judge anybody, okay? You have to answer to him one day, and so will I. So before you start spouting off hate and things that are going to turn people away, why don't you just, pray about it, be a friend to somebody, love somebody, help them out, and maybe God will use you to bless somebody, to lead them to a better understanding of who God is. At least they might see God in your life. And but if you're going to go around beating people up and condemning everybody that doesn't agree with your church and your religion, that just pushes people away. And I know a lot of people on YouTube that were brought up in the church, and because of all the hypocrisy and bullshit that they saw that was hypocritical, they left. And I was one of those. I was raised Roman Catholic. I left the church when I was 15. Okay, and but when I was 24, I started being curious about it, and I picked up a Bible and started reading it. Okay, just for my own. And that's when God, the Holy Spirit, started speaking to my heart when I was reading the Word. So the Bible is more than just a history book. And I know you have to pray and ask for help to understand it correctly. And God will give you spiritual light if you ask for it, okay? And that's the problem, folks. A lot of people don't. They have bias and prejudice, and they may even go to a fundamental church, but is their heart really in tune with God? No, probably not. So, anyways, just checking to make sure I'm still covered up down there. But one thing I'll say is, since I've been working out and converting a lot of the fat to muscle, my weight hasn't really gone down much. In fact, it went up a few pounds, but I feel better, And when I go out there and work out, it's like I'm breathing, I'm breathing in all this oxygen, and I work out there for 40, 50 minutes, and it's almost continuous. When I get tired, I'll take a couple minute break, and then I get right back into the next exercise with the right arm, then the left arm, and I just keep going until I have to stop and take a 2-3 minute break, a breather, and I'll keep going. And I go, and when I'm done, I'm done. I don't kill myself out there. And I try to do a little something every day, because think about it. All the monkeys in the jungle and all the dolphins out in the ocean, they're moving and swimming and climbing and using their muscles every day. So, you can't be a couch potato, okay? You gotta kind of like exercise. Go out for a walk, exercise your arms, do stuff, and get some sun, okay? So I was out there between 11 and 12, and I, oiled up. My back was facing the sun for the first like 25, 30 minutes. And then I turned around, and the last set of exercises I did facing the sun. So I got the sun on this side. So as you can see, I'm pretty evenly tanned up here if I turned around, you'd see my back. And I was looking at it in the mirror in the bathroom with a hand mirror. So looking at my back, and it's pretty uniform. And it's just as, it's got almost the same color as my front here. So I'm pretty evenly tanned, because I spend about the same time facing the sun or facing away from the sun. Well, we're up to 15 minutes, folks, and so I kind of gave you an update. I feel really good. I'm still taking my HRT, and so feel good. I'm eating well. Today I cooked some organic cord, and a it's quinoa, Q-U-I, quinoa, something like that. Quinoa. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it was an 8-ounce box of pasta. I cooked that, and then I just had that with a little bit of olive oil and some spices. And then I steamed some garbanzo beans and threw that in there. So I ate about 2/3 of that, and then put the rest in the refrigerator for tonight. And then all the liquid that I cooked the pasta in, I reserved that in the lid, because I have like a dome lid. And when I strain the pasta, and I cooked some rice. I cooked like 6 servings of rice, and that reserved the liquid. So I didn't throw anything away. So, and it was sprouted brown rice. It takes 45 minutes to simmer on the stove, then like 10 minutes to set. So, I made rice, and I have enough rice, like 6 servings for 2 days. So that's tomorrow, and Wednesday and Thursday. So anyway, so hey, that's what I'm doing. And today, if I want to have anything more to eat, I'll have a green superfood juice and plant protein powder. Pint of green juice with the protein powder. That'll top me off for my calories and my protein requirement for the day. So anyway, so I'm doing really good. I got this down to a science, and whether I have garbanzo beans, pinto beans, rice, or salmon, tuna, or sardines. Each day I have a different thing, so I'm rotating. And I also put some tomato paste in it once in a while with the spices. It's like a Spanish rice. So, I don't cook the same thing every day. I mean, I'm always having rice and olive oil, but my protein is mostly vegetarian. But I do have every other day I'm having like fish. Just enough fish to give me enough protein for the day, so for that day. Okay, so hey, I think I've belabored it. I was at a hangout late last night. It was like 1 a.m. to like 3 a.m. And for some reason, my computer just froze up, and I lost the internet connection. So I was in a hangout, and it Deb the RN's channel, and I just suddenly disappeared. So Deb, that's what happened. And I thought we had a very productive hangout, meeting that young guy Kojo, and so I like that. Where people share their hearts, and and you get to help them out. These hangouts don't have to be like Troll City, right? I mean, we just can't let the trolls take over, because, a lot of times you just have to ignore what they say out in the side chat and pretend that they're not even there. Because if they don't say anything beneficial for anybody, then don't pay attention to them. Just had a slow drive by. Sometimes you wonder, who's that person? I don't know. Maybe they noticed I have a tan. Okay. Well, love everybody. It's almost 20 minutes. It's going to take an hour to upload this. So, see you later. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so enjoy your week. Don't work too hard. Work harder on you than anybody else. Okay. That's true whether you're working or retired. Okay. Work on you first. That's what I do. I get up in the morning, have a coffee, cook, clean up the mess, and then try to get out there and work out. And that's 4 hours for me, Fran-Sez. Okay. Then after that, I do a video or whatever, and then get into YouTube and whatever else I'm going to do for the day. But, you know, make sure that you're doing things to help you out first. And then you'll get stronger and be able to help other people, okay? All right. Love you. Gotta go. And bye.